Hello beautiful people. In this video, I will show you how you can install Linux operating system on the top of another operating system, whether it is Mac OS or Windows. So this process of installing another operating system on top of a base system is called virtualization. That in simple terms, you can say that you can install many operating system on the top of your already installed operating system. In my case, I have Windows as my base system that was already installed when I bought this laptop, and now I'm just tired of using Windows and I want to explore a different operating system. And I don't want to uninstall or remove Windows from my laptop, but at the same time, I want to use any other operating system. So, how can I do that? So, many softwares provide this feature called virtualization, and one of the famous ones is VirtualBox and VMware. So, in this tutorial, I will use VirtualBox. Okay, so you can download VirtualBox from this website called virtualbox.org and download the latest version of VirtualBox, that is 6.1. And the other thing you need is the operating system you want to install, the ISO file, okay, for that operating system. And in this video, I will install Fedora. To install Fedora, you need the ISO file. The ISO file, you can understand it as the operating system. Okay, so the whole operating system will be in your ISO file. The extension of the file is .iso. So to download that, you can go to this website called getfedora.org, and it is completely free to use. You can download it and use it, and no charge. There is no charge for that. Okay. So install download the Fedora workstation. You can click on this option called download now. I have already have in my system and I won't download it again. So just download that. It's approx 1.9 GB. And after downloading both the software, that is a VirtualBox and the ISO file for Fedora, and it's not necessary you need to download Fedora. You can download any Linux that you want to use. Most of the commands will be same in all the operating systems, but they can vary according to the distribution, that is whether it is RPM based or Debian based. Okay, so after that, you need to install, you all know how to install any software in Windows. Just click on next and uh, locate where you want to install it and then finish. Then your software will be installed. After that, after doing all the things, you need to open the virtual box and it will be empty. Okay, this is already there because I installed it, but before that it will be completely empty and you just need to click on new. This will create a virtual machine. Okay, so a virtual machine is you are locating some space of your Windows to install some other operating system. Okay, you are giving some space to install any other operating system. That will be called virtual machine. Also, you can use the Linux systems through cloud. You can use GCP or Microsoft Azure or Amazon Web Services to use Linux, but it will be chargeable. Okay, so you have to pay something for that. Okay, but if you want to be it free and you want to use it freely, you have to download it in your system. Okay, and after that, you can name your virtual machine as Fedora for testing. You can name it anything you like, okay? And just choose the location of that virtual machine where you want to save it. I'll just keep it as it is. And the type of operating system you are installing is Linux, okay? And you can install any other operating system as Windows, Solaris, BSD, IBM OS, or Mac OS, okay? But for now, we are installing Linux. And the version is Fedora 64-bit. And in case your VirtualBox is showing that it is 32-bit, then you need to enable the virtualization from the boot menu, okay? If you don't know how to do that, let me know. I will try to make a video on that, okay? Because it will not be recorded, but I will try, okay? So you just need, or you can Google it, how to enable virtualization in XYZ laptop, okay? It's pretty easy. And click on next. And now you have to allocate the RAM you want to give to this virtual machine. So I'll just choose a yeah, 4 GB RAM. Next, and create a virtual disk now, and then click on next. And here I will select it dynamically allocated. Why? Because in the next step I will choose the hard disk of for this virtual machine that will be 100 GB or 200 GB or 300 GB according to your need. And why is it dynamically allocated? Because if my virtual machine is using just 10 GB of space, the rest of the space will not be wasted. And if I choose fixed size, the whole 100 GB or 200 GB will be allocated for this virtual machine, and you can't use the rest of the space. Okay, so the all the space will be wasted, so that's why we are using dynamically allocated. And now I will change it to 100 GB and then create. Now your virtual machine is created. That means you have allocated a space of 100 GB in your system for this virtual machine where you will install your Fedora operating system. Okay, so till now the operating system is not installed, but the space and the configurations are done. So to install the operating system, you need to start start the virtual machine. So now it will ask you which operating system you want to install. Okay, so you need to give the ISO file. Okay, so I have already the Fedora workstation here, but if it doesn't show up in your system, you just click on this and add the ISO file to this. Okay, so here it is, and just choose it and just start. So now it will show you three options. Okay, first is start Fedora workstation live 33, and the 33 is the latest version of Fedora. Second is test this media and start this. And if you want to do testing on Fedora, if you want to test the new version of Fedora, then you need to select that. And if you want to do any troubleshooting part, you just need to select the third option. But for now, we are gonna use the first option. Okay, so the screen is very much showing the things you won't be able to understand for now. This is the beauty of Linux, that uh, you will be able to know the booting process of the operating system. What is it doing behind the scenes? It is not available in Windows, and I don't think it's available for Mac too. It's for Linux. Okay, so these are all okay for now. That means all the services are working properly. And in future, if there is any problem in running any application or any like server or any other thing, it will show you here that yeah, this thing is not working. Uh, you need to work on this and you need to fix this. Okay, these things will be there in Linux, and these things really help if your Linux system is not working. And this is our Fedora 33. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is install it. Okay, so there will be two options, so you can choose either of them. And the first is try Fedora. If you just want to try it and you don't want that your work will be saved or not, okay. And other is installed to hard drive. That means your work will be saved and you can, after switching off this virtual machine, you can just start from right there if you have some code in this virtual machine, etc. Okay. So it is advisable, if you want to continue working in Linux, do install to hard drive. Otherwise, just try Fedora. Okay, so the first thing you have to choose is the language of the installation process. So, yeah, we will just choose English and English United States by default. So I'll just click on continue. And the next thing is select your keyboard. I will just use the by default keyboard and the time zone is correct. And the installation destination. The 100 GB that we have allocated for the virtual machine will be used to install the operating system now. Okay, so just select that. And after doing all these things, you just need to click on begin installation. Okay, so the Fedora will be installed on your system, and after all the process, you just need to click on finish installation. I have already installed Fedora machines, so I'll just show you that first. I'll just power off it. And this is my already installed, already configured Fedora machine. So if you're wondering how am I going to the full screen mode, you just need to click right control and F. Okay, so it's the shortcut key for going to full screen. Okay, so after installing your Fedora machine, it will look like this. Okay, so you can change your background, you can access your apps here. So all the apps will be accessed through activities, and by default Linux systems are distributed with Firefox as the default browser, which is very good, and other apps can be accessed here. Okay, so the favorite application for this tutorial will be the terminal. And I hope you all are excited to work on the terminal part, because anyone in this world can use the GUI. Anyone can use the Windows, but uh, not all the people are really comfortable with the CLI. that is command line interface. That is okay. So this should be your favorite application for this tutorial, and you can just explore the applications here. Yeah, there are plenty of applications. If you want to install any other, so you can go to the software part, and here is the Wi-Fi connection and the battery and the settings you want to change or whatever you want to do with your system. Here you can see the time and date, etc. All the notifications will be here, all the software updates, if any, will be shown here. And yeah, okay. So after installing your Fedora system, the thing you need to do are go to settings and select system and just make the hard disk the top priority of boot order. Okay, so let's understand what is boot order. So a boot order is like when you start your operating system, what will be the first thing you need to start? And you already know that our operating system is in our hard disk, so we need our um, operating system to be started, and that's on hard disk. So obviously the priority will be hard disk at the top and not floppy and other things. And you don't need to touch those. You can just change the network settings to bridge adapter so that you can use your Wi-Fi or hotspot in your virtual machine. NAT will also be good. The net internet will be working fine, but if you want to do the bridge adapter, it will be fine too. Okay, just click on OK, and the main thing is for this is, if you don't do this, whenever you start the virtual machine, you will be asked to install the operating system again. So just keep it in mind and make sure to make it the top priority. And yeah, that's it for today's video, and I will try to make this tutorial as fun and as easy as possible, because Linux is really my favorite operating system and I am really into it, and I want all you to learn that easily, because there will be plenty of courses available on the internet, but they might not be very easy and very beginner friendly, you say, but I will try to make it easy and fun together. And yeah, just like this video, share with your friends, and just subscribe to my channel. And I am not disclosing the content for this tutorial series right now, because I can change or upgrade the things as we move on. So yeah, I am not disclosing the content right now, but I am making sure that it will be the best you will learn. Okay. So yeah, just subscribe to my channel, and it's not that hard to click that subscribe button. Okay. Just do that and click on like button if you like this video, if you have gained something from it. It was not very techy, but a lot of things have already discussed in this video, like virtualization and how you can install it on your system, etc. And we will be really exploring this operating system. Okay, so just subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon so you don't ever miss my videos. Okay, may the source be with you.